Ever look around and feel a sudden, creeping sense of dread? Like you're a stranger in a place you were never supposed to be? Philosophers actually have a word for this. They call it Geworfenheit, or thrownness. It's the sensation of waking up abandoned in a hostile environment, completely disconnected from whatever put you there. Almost 2,000 years ago, Gnostics offered a stark diagnosis. They argued the physical world is a structural failure, built specifically to malfunction. They looked at the disease, decay, and cruelty around them and decided this universe could not possibly be a divine miracle to be celebrated. They saw it as a literal prison designed to trap us. And if the world is a maximum security prison, then everything conventional religion teaches us about the benevolent creator who built it has to be questioned entirely. The Gnostic creation story starts far outside the physical realm. They believed the true God is an infinite, invisible spirit of pure, frictionless light, existing in a state of absolute perfection. But a piece of that divine structure, personified as wisdom, or Sophia, made a tragic miscalculation. She acted on her own, expanding outward without the true spirit's consent, and ultimately triggering a cosmic fall. Out of that cosmic error came an ignorant, malformed entity, Yaldabaoth, the Demiurge. Thinking he was alone in the void, he assumed he was the supreme deity. His ultimate arrogance is recorded in the ancient texts, boasting, "I am God, and there is no other." To solidify his power, he built a cosmos. He forged matter, flesh, and time, attempting to construct a physical universe as a decaying copy of the higher divine realm he couldn't see. Because this universe was hastily constructed by an incompetent copycat, it is inherently flawed. For the Gnostics, this explains exactly why the human experience is completely saturated with suffering, disease, and decay. To keep this machine running, the Demiurge needed a power source. He took stolen fragments of divine light, Pneuma, and smothered them inside heavy physical bodies, or hylae. Trapping that light caused a cosmic amnesia, severing humanity from its infinite origin. The Gnostics found evidence for this imprisonment by reinterpreting the Hebrew Bible. They looked at the God of Genesis, who punishes humanity for eating from the tree of knowledge, and identified him as the prison's head warden. In this version of the Garden of Eden, Eve is the hero for defying a tyrant's authority to grasp the truth. The serpent acts as a messenger of the true light, trying to wake her up. They viewed Jesus through the same lens. He wasn't a blood sacrifice for sin, but a luminous revealer, smuggling the secret of the light into the simulation. This worldview turns the orthodox narrative upside down. The perceived villains of Eden become liberators, while the widely worshipped creator is the entity keeping us blind. The ancient texts describe the default human condition as a drunken slumber. Humanity is bound inside a dark cave, entirely distracted by physical illusions. But there is a mechanism to break the Demiurge's spell and escape the prison. It requires a specific, piercing insight known as Gnosis. Gnosis isn't something you acquire by memorizing scripture or mastering a professional skill. It is a profound, lived, mystical experience of absolute self-realization. It echoes the ancient Delphic maxim, gnothi sauton, know yourself. The only way to achieve liberation is by tracing your exact cosmic roots and finally remembering who you truly are. When that internal spark recognizes its own origin, it wakes up. It shakes off the heavy, decaying illusion of the physical body. The liberated light ascends, slipping past the hostile planetary spheres built by the Demiurge until it merges back into the infinite, frictionless spirit. This act of self-recognition is the rebellion itself. It dissolves the illusion of the material world and returns the soul to the eternal light.